Now, our top story at 6, retaliation and threats of violence, just two of the things that one employee says happened to her at Smith State Prison.
Now she is suing the Georgia Department of Corrections for not listening to those complaints and putting her in danger, she says. WSAV's Sarah Smith is digging into the lawsuit and has the very latest.
Well, Julia Roberts wanted to stay anonymous when she spoke to News 3, a few days ago, but she has put her name on the page with a lawsuit against the GDC. The suit says she followed policy and reported contraband coming into the prison, but no one listened. In fact, she claims she was retaliated against for being a, quote, whistleblower, blaming the GDC for the corruption and unsafe environment.
You consider they have 1,300, give or take, inmates. So if you have 7 personnel, how in the world are you running a prison?
Julia Roberts worked in the mailroom at Smith State Prison. She says inmates and unarmed workers were left with little to no officer protection.
On June 30th, I was assaulted by an inmate in lockdown. He threw boiling water with some kind of caustic chemical. I had serious burns down my left side, and everything pointed to the fact that it was a retaliation for what was going on because I was stopping this influx of contraband.
That's when she started taking pictures and documenting everything she could.
I was not going to be the next officer that got killed or ex-officer.
She filed this lawsuit saying she was retaliated against by both the warden and the inmates for being a whistleblower. Roberts says the inmates run that prison, gangs fighting for power behind the fences, an every man for himself environment.
And the inmates have been threatening my life. So when I found out that, oh my God, they've actually murdered people, I had no idea.
She saw boxes come in with then warden Brian Adams' name on them, but no one stopped them. She felt as if contraband was appearing out of thin air. Roberts says with everything she saw, she was almost more afraid of the warden and his staff than the prisoners.
I don't know who's good, who's bad, who's involved.
When asked about the contraband, a GDC spokesperson sent this statement, quote, accusations that the GDC has not been, quote, cracking down on contraband are grossly inaccurate. The battle against contraband is daily and occurs across all GDC facilities, not just Smith State Prison, end quote. Now, when we reached out to GDC about the lawsuit, a spokesperson for the Department of Corrections says they do not want to comment on pending litigation. Roberts has been off the job and receiving workers' compensation since February 2023. Now, Andrew and Tina, I did ask her, would she return to work once this lawsuit is settled and her injuries are healed? And she said, quote, absolutely no way.